What's up, Ivatopia? What's going on, my man? So many windows. Handlebar Orion X. There's a name I haven't seen in a little while. What's going on, guys? Oh, all the regulars in the house tonight. What's going on, gang? Did you guys miss me? I know it's been a couple of weeks. Sorry. Life's been crazy and busy. But it's all right. Let me get things all set up here. Too many windows. I got Discord and Twitch and websites and all kinds of the things. Yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? I just posted on Twitter that you guys are going to listen to me piss and moan about not getting all-in tickets. 45 minutes. I tried every possible solution I could think of. Jammed the phone lines. I jammed the interwebs. I tried everything. Didn't get squat. Oh, let's take a look and see what you got working on there, Handlebar. Let's pull up your. Isn't it crazy, like how you get so sucked into the details of like game development, like with like. You know, you'll sit there and spend like 75 hours like perfecting the shading and all that kind of stuff because that's the really fun stuff. And then like you haven't done any coding yet. That looks cool though, dude. I'm reading your blog here. Check you out with all the 3DS Max going. Hey, that looks kind of cool, dude. That looks kind of cool. Dude, that looks amazing. That your animation with the walking. Head's a little funky. Meaning like the head should kind of wobble given the body movement. But that looks pretty good, though, dude. Dude, this is awesome. Good for you, man. Way to kick ass. Yeah, I know, Random Cable. I sat there for every one of those bloody minutes, and I tried everything I could to try to get in that and get those tickets. I said I had literally, I called the one phone number. I think it was 85 times, and you keep getting the recording of. I need to change the Gong Show number. Sorry, it's Gong Show. What do you guys expect? Because it's not 103 anymore. Next thing you know, I'm going to be Dave. Can't number the newsletters right. Hey, you guys ought to be proud of Dave. He got the number 3 in the newsletter this week. But yeah, so that drove me nuts. I was pretty disappointed. That would have been really fun. Me and a buddy were trying to go and thought about getting tickets to the convention, but I don't know. It's all good. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Handlebar. That's part of the personality of the character. I got that. Man, I forgot before I saw it was 9, then check your Facebook. Yep. Lamb Sauce Ramsey's in the house. Hey, we got all the regulars here tonight. This is great. God, you guys are chatty tonight. This is great. Got him. No, that wasn't cool enough. Guess who? Yep. What about Enzo being innocent? Yeah, I did hear this. You never know what that means, though. It just means that he wasn't acquitted on anything, or he wasn't charged with anything. That frequently means that, well, sometimes it means the gal was afraid to press charges because of all the heat that she'd get. So you never quite know. But I don't know anything about anything. But he will probably be back in the WWE at some point, I would think. Although I thought he still had a lot of backstage heat with a lot of people, and a lot of people were just like using this as an excuse to kind of get him out of the picture. So. No, handlebar, I see exactly. Isn't that the fun part of the game creating process though? I love that the character generation, the thinking up the characters and putting all that stuff to work. That stuff's great, as evidenced by our progress with the game. That everybody's kind of got their own specialty, but that's really really cool. Oh, it looks really good, dude. Keep letting us know, man. I'll keep an eye on it. Unix in the house. All right. Random Cable, I agree with you. Enzo has other problems besides the girl problem. I agree. Eunuch, welcome to old age, pal. You're going to end up with a hairline that looks just like this, buddy. All my hair fell out in like my 28th birthday. So if you made it all the way up to 30, good for you, brother. Nah, happy birthday, brother. So it's been a while. What have I missed? You haven't missed a ton of stuff, brother. We've been it's been slow as molasses these last couple of weeks. Everybody's gotten swamped with trying to pay bills and do all that kind of stuff. And my day job got jammed like crazy. But I know work is still going, and as it always is. We've been trying to have some discussions about some different topics, kind of behind the scenes. We can get into some of that a little bit later because I need to poll you guys in terms of getting your feedback and getting your opinions on some stuff. It's a pretty big decision when it comes to some of this stuff, and so so yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. We'll get to that in a little bit. The biggest news is that we've got, if you haven't checked in with us in a couple of episodes, which I don't think you have, Handlebar or Lamb Sauce, we've got a Unity 5 prototype kind of rolling that the man's been putting together, and that has been turning out really really nice. We're kind of working on it step by step to try to perfect and then move forward a little bit at a time. But if you guys saw the last Twitch broadcast, they've got the new prototypes got stuff in there that this one doesn't. Some ring apron kind of stuff, and it's pretty cool. Some grapple, like you can grapple on the apron, which is awesome. So yeah, really really cool stuff. But yeah, last couple of weeks it's just been real slow. Like I said, my day job got jammed, and I would love to do these Twitch broadcasts every week, but boy, sometimes it just the day job kicks my ass. Oh gosh, you guys are chatty tonight. Don't you come up for a huge family issue apparently? Yeah, I don't know, man. All that stuff, I never know what to believe when it comes to all that stuff online. So I'd probably say take everything you read with a grain of salt. Yeah, now with your game, I can tell the frame rate has improved. Yeah, especially in the new build, the frame rate looks tremendous. And what's amazing is that I can run that thing at the highest of the highest resolution, literally like 4K, and it still runs smooth. Now, some of that is because we're not loading up crowds and other textures and all that kind of stuff. So that's totally understandable. We'll take we'll take the new build for a spin tonight for those who haven't seen it tonight. Just to kind of show you what we're talking about. But that's really exciting that the optimizations look that good. And again, it also could just be, like I said, when you're not loading a bunch of other textures, you can get those tremendous frame rates. So I'm always kind of taking it with a grain of salt. But it definitely looks smooth, and we got a little bit of work to do with smoothing out some of the animations and some of the transitions, but for a first step build, it looks great. Eric, you can always get a tattoo so people don't look at your bald spot. That's pretty funny. I need to take the Baron Corbin advice and start just growing my hair out really long, and maybe nobody will notice, because yeah, it's getting pretty bad. If I just keep it shaved, it doesn't look so bad, but when it looks like this, where it's just like growing out all over the place and you can see all the, it's awful. It's awful. My girlfriend says it's like the Mad Professor look, which is funny, and she likes it, but No, I can't stand looking at myself in the mirror, so it's probably all going to go in the next day or two here. Going to be do a big event. Oh, that's right, the Orange County Convention Center, and rock the PWX T-shirt. Take pictures. Take pictures. In fact, I think if there's anything you need, you've got my email address. If there's anything you want as far as supplies or anything, I remember that was coming up. That can't remember what the specific convention name was, but I knew you've been talking about that for a couple months now. So that's awesome. Enzo might be all in, but I honestly doubt it. You know, I got to tell you. You know who I think is going to show up? I obviously CM Punk's a given. Pro Wrestling Tees is doing a meet and greet. He's going to do something at the event. You know what? The pop will be insane. But I think, and this is why I'm so pissed off that I didn't get tickets, I'll bet you anything, knowing the opportunist that he is, Chris Jericho will be there in some capacity. He's a free agent. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And that man knows where to go, where the money is. And so I'll bet anything that Jericho shows up and does something at All In. And like I said, I wish I could have gotten tickets. It would have been fun. But at the same time, it's like, okay, when you start stacking on the hotel and the tickets and then driving and all that kind of stuff, it's like, okay, that would have been a pretty expensive weekend. So we'll see. Yeah, I honestly doubt Enzo would be All In. When the new changes to Unity 5 are finished, will it keep the old Create wrestlers we have made so we don't have to recreate them, etc.? I can't promise that. That's going to be really interesting to see how all that plays out, because we want to make sure that nobody like you don't lose your characters, but we're going to have to put some kind of a plan in place, because I just don't know. I don't know what he's doing differently behind the scenes. So Chris Jericho said he's already all in. Okay, I must have missed that. So we'll see. Well, maybe it's not going to be a surprise. I just thought, okay. Lamb Sauce, probably talking too much. It's been a rough few weeks. Oh, Bam Bam Flame Tattoo. I love that. That's a great idea, except that would hurt. Hang in there, Lamb Sauce. I don't know what's going on, but it's sometimes life's a meat grinder, brother. And, you know, we've all been there. So take care of yourself. Mental health, brother. Mental health. But yeah, you're welcome to hang out as long as you want, brother. Said we're all shooting the shit here tonight. So, and you're a regular, and you know you want to just chill out and unload on us. It's all good, brother. All In is in Chicago, which I live near, but I can't go, and it sucks. See, this is the same problem. I desperately wanted to do like a meet and greet and all that stuff. Maybe I'll still, maybe I'll just like hang out in the parking lot and just talk to Marks all day. Maybe I can equip myself with a Square mobile payment app and just sell not bootleg, but sell merch in the parking lot or something like that. Because it'd be fun to do a Pro Wrestling X meet and greet. Maybe not. Maybe there'd be like 3 people there, but we'll see. 2 days ago, WWE 2K19 was revealed. Here's my pick for the cover star. I'm scared to click this link. Yeah. Outstanding. Good reference, man. Good stuff. Lamb Sauce, you're a young guy? See, I never know everybody's age in here. We know Eunuch's 30 now. We gotta celebrate his birthday, but trust me, brother, it doesn't get any better. No, I'm kidding. It does get better when you get older. I was gonna say, at least you got your hair, son. At least you got your hair. I don't have any. Oh, do we have a double pin? No. What's going on here in the match? I'm not even paying attention. Tattoo of hair on your bald spot. You guys are bagging me tonight. That's why I wear my hat. You guys can tell when I wear my hat that I ain't feeling real good about my hair condition. JS, sell PWX keys on Steam while setting up demo testing for the game at the event. Random Cable, that's right. See, I need to write all this stuff down. I can't keep track of who's the young pup and who's not. I knew Random Cable was a youngin'. I guess I thought Eunuch was a lot younger, but I get mixed up with all this stuff. But yeah, brother, there's no such thing as good teenage years. I did not have my teenage years sucked. I didn't have any fun. I worked. I did books. I didn't talk to any friends. So yeah, I get it. So maybe your stress is a little different, but like I said, it's part of being a teenager, brother. Life's supposed to suck, but So yeah, yeah, I like the idea of sell PWX keys in Steam while setting up the demo testing for the game at the event. That's what I see. I think that would be so much fun. I think it'd be really fun to have a merch booth. Um, we're gonna look into it. I don't think they've posted any vendor information or anything like that. But I would love to do something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Um, make sure I make my high school year a blank. I don't know what that means, brother. Yeah, so like I said, we'll see. I mean, September 1st is a long ways away. I know it'll be here before we know it, but a lot can happen in between now and then, and they may end up releasing some extra tickets. Who knows? And maybe all the ticket brokers that scored all those seats are going to start unloading them because they're getting nervous that they can't sell them or something. I don't know. The hell if I was, listen, that pissed me off though, because you knew StubHub, people were going to just overcharge with all that stuff right away, and so that upset me greatly. But not much you can do. That is the price you pay for every ticket buying experience nowadays. You're up against bots, so it happens. It happens. But so we'll see. We got a few months left to kind of throw something together, and but I think it'd be fun. And like I said, hopefully you guys will. Hopefully some of you guys out there got all-in tickets. I think I think you guys have fun. Fire on, you're coming up with all kind of links here, brother. You're making me nervous. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Although isn't his dad a ref with the WWE? That's how I thought he kind of got that gig in the first place. Eunuch is graduated with a bachelor's in psychology. Are you gonna do like are you gonna be like a therapist or like what's the end goal there, brother? I could probably feed you a whole list of names for therapists or for people who need it. Now this is what. Are you talking about Handlebar? Are you talking about on StubHub, or are you talking about like the actual face value of tickets? Because there was a lot of people that were pretty PO'd about the face values of the tickets, but that is just what live events are costing these days. It really sucks, but they are not delicate at all to go see things live. They know so much theft and piracy and all that stuff with DVDs and all that stuff. Right now, I'm hoping. Yeah, it's tough. They priced it below demand, is exactly the words that they used, and I believe them. Like I said, they sold out the building in 30 minutes. They could have doubled their prices on tickets and probably still done the same thing. I don't know, man. I was ready. I was looking for the $60 seats. We were looking for. We were either going to try to get against the hard cam at 80. Or I was looking for the ones that just to the left, something where we were above. I didn't want to be on the floor at all, because if you're on the floor and you're anything farther than like 4 or 5 rows back, it really sucks. So I didn't want any part of that. Is there a new build for tonight? Nothing new tonight, man. I'm sorry. I wish I could have said yes, but everybody's swamped and we're all doing the best we can. So your next step is the Masters. Okay. Yep. And that's a wrestling fan. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I would have loved to have had a new build tonight, but it's not in the cards. And like I said, I've been swamped. I wouldn't have had time to really play around with it much anyway. So it is what it is tonight. It sucks, but that's okay. Everybody's working hard. It's the summertime, and it's hard to, like I said, kind of get people, myself included. Summer's always my busiest time of the year. So you do the best you can, but. So we've been having Random Cable. You got plenty of time, brother. You got plenty of time. Chances are, by the time you graduate from college or trade school or whatever you end up doing, all the jobs are going to be different anyway. I tell you what, if you're picking now, learn how to fix robots and program AI. That's what I'd do. Or if I had to do it all over again, like if I had a kid right now and he was about ready to enter the higher education, the first thing I'd do is put him in trade school and teach him to become a plumber, because you can't outsource crap, and toilets ain't going anywhere, and those cats can charge a lot of money. So that's what I'd do. New handlebar. Back in my day, most non-WWE events were $10 for general admission. and only went to $50 at the front row. Nowadays, it's like 35 for one of the nosebleeds and hundreds for the front row everywhere. I got to tell you, you're not joking about that. Indie wrestling is hot now. I mean, it's almost like the days of the territories again. That's what it reminds me of. And so it's. I guess I'm happy for him because it means the boys are getting paid, and so I'm happy for that. I agree with you though. Like, I think I paid 30 for Ring of Honor floor seats, and I thought that felt pretty good. Like that didn't feel like too much of a ripoff for me. Let's do a cage. What the hell? Get some spot monkey stuff going. Haven't seen Tyrador yet. Wild style I haven't seen in a little while. Quick dose, and let's get Mr. Beefalo. We haven't seen him in a while, a couple of weeks. Yeah, so it does. It sucks. I think when I saw the greatest indie, what was at one time the greatest indie show of all time, at least in my mind, the Ted Petty Invitational, I think I paid $20 for like, I mean, it was just, everything was a floor seat. It was in a gym, but yeah, we'll see. Unick's gonna go to a doctorate. Good for you, brother. Yeah, you're gonna make 90K base salary, but you're gonna be $300,000 in debt. So, do your math. See, that's the other thing that really sucks was because not only do you have the base ticket price, but then you've got all the fees on top of that. Ticketmaster charges isn't like $9.50 or something like that for like the credit card processing, whatever all that crap is. So yeah, it's getting expensive. I just got done with a large run of music festival stuff here. That we had a really good festival here in town. It cost me $300 in tickets to go to all the events, and it sucked. And but like I said, it's what you got to do in order to be able to see some of this stuff. But so you definitely got to spread it out a little bit. 30-second unskippable ads, awesome. Oh, are you getting the pre-roll before Twitch? Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Sometimes I see the ads and sometimes I don't. Random Cable, always have do interest in computer, crypto, and doodling. Maybe we should make money out of that. Bloody hell, do something with blockchain. Get invested. Don't even go to college. Yeah, learn how to. Learn code. Investing in penny stocks. I made $90 in one day and lost 40 today. Hey, I grilled out tonight, and I started my grill with $20 bills because WWE stock went up 16% today after they scored that new after that big deal, and me and my monstrous amount of shares of that I own. But yeah, so I'm totally Mr. Moneybags right now. I'm walking around like Vince doing the Vince walk. Yeah. Are you still eating pizza? Yeah, you got to give that up after 30, buddy. Haven't had pizza in months. That gets hard, brother. Yeah, Handlebar, I agree. The last wrestling event that I went to, oh come on, you guys, they're not fighting each other again. The last live wrestling thing that I went to was Ring of Honor, and I had a great time. That was a long night though, because they did TV tapings. They did 4 of them. That was a long night, but we had a really good time. I enjoyed that. Unique, you go, brother. I've been working out too. I've been running. I really want to do a triathlon this summer. I'm having a lot of fun telling people what is going on with this match. Come on, guys, fight! I'm gonna restart this match. This is ridiculous. They're all being pacifists. They're huddled around the fire. Yeah, that's good for you, brother. Walking is great. I've been doing running. I've been doing tennis. I've been doing swimming. I've been doing weightlifting. I'm a total god now. It's just great. Oski's in the house. Sorry, I'm way behind. Sorry for the late shout out. What's going on, Oski? Welcome to the Gong Show. Who is bidding on SmackDown Live? Yeah. My first wrestling event, Santino was talking about peeing a lot from Diet Coke. God, okay. Lamsaw's gonna go see Anthrax. See, I'm not. I've never gotten into the metal bands. Dave would be very happy for you. I believe he's seen them. He's seen Slayer a number of times. Yeah, Wrestler Orgy. Yeah, sorry about that. I got rid of that. Yeah, you know that's funny. Oski, we're gonna start calling that. Next time that ever happens, we're gonna call that the curtain call. Yeah, Eunuch, that's pretty funny. The definitely wrestling crowds are definitely. I remember when I went to a bunch of WWE house shows when I was younger, and boy howdy, there was not a lot of teeth in that front row, and they are the ones that buy hook, line, and sinker at everything. There is it's still real to them, damn it. Promotion in the UP of Michigan called Upper Peninsula Wrestling. Hey, you're talking about my neck of the woods. I haven't been up to the Upper Peninsula in a couple of years, but I'm dying to go back. See, that's the trick is like PWG and this All In show and all that stuff are a little bit of outliers. I think most what you call like your real underdog, your promotions, your real small ones where you literally have like 300 people if you have 100 people, 100 to 200 people, you're doing great. Yeah, those are going to cost you $10. That's not too bad. You can sit anywhere because it was a bar. That's awesome. So cringy to rewatch them. Fire Honor, you know what would be really funny is one of the things I'm absolutely fascinated by is some of these venues. Holy Toledo Tirador just went for a ride. Keep some of that stuff because I would love to take some reference footage and be able to start creating arenas that are in that kind of mindset, that kind of mold. That those grungy bar type things. I think those kinds of things are so much fun to watch. I have no idea if Sabu's still going. I knew he had some really bad hip trouble there for a long time, and I figured he was done. But PWG has got one more event in their current arena, and then they are moving because I guess that building was kind of kicking them out or something like that, or. Yeah, Handlebar, I get you. That's why I can't watch NXT. They are a little too into themselves. Sometimes it's fun though. Like if you get a funny chant, something that's not, that's not just putting themselves over, but either adds to the match or if it's the wrestlers, a lot of times will play along, and that's kind of fun. No, I know, man. ECW, those guys they're falling apart. I feel bad. I remember watching. What is it, Tommy Dreamer's Instagram account, and he's talking about just like how like he was just in this tremendous amount of pain all the time, and like flying was absolutely miserable for him, and I felt so horrible because it's like, dude, you don't have to do this stuff anymore. You don't have to bleed anymore. Like, you're Tommy Dreamer. Like, you've earned that. You don't have to do any of that stuff anymore. But I think some of that stuff is they just get addicted. Oh God, that was a horrible spot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, New Jack, is he still wrestling? I would think he'd still be around, but man, he's another one. I just, you don't have to do any of that stuff anymore, man. Oh, sorry guys. Another long day, and this stuff tires me out. But I'm glad everybody's chatty tonight and got it built up. But I'm trying to think what else is new and exciting. I gotta admit, I've been kind of burned out on wrestling. I have not been able to see much. Just in terms of like, I'm falling behind Raws and SmackDowns and all this stuff. I just can't keep up with the amount of wrestling that's going on. It's getting hard to keep up with everything, but I don't know how y'all do it, but because I'm losing track of all the indie guys I need to know. I'm losing track of who's signed with NXT and who hasn't, and who's made their debuts. And my God, I can't keep track of any of it anymore. I wish wrestling was once a week. Because the hell if I have time to watch all that stuff. Yeah, I don't think a lot of wrestlers are good with retirement investment. That's especially that generation. They partied too hard. I'm trying to think what else is new and exciting. We've been having a talk, and we've been kind of teasing some of these questions the last couple of weeks in these newsletters. Um, the thing that we are struggling with right now, and this is where we really need your help in kind of helping to formulate, we're struggling a lot with, okay, this is, if we want this to be like a business and not just like a hobby, we want to make sure like guys get paid. I mean, we're lucky that, I've got a career, Mr. Wrestling 5's got a career, Dave's got, a wife that is doing okay, and everybody's kind of keeping the lights on, but we want to make sure that like Robert the Man gets paid, because he's essentially saved our ass. And so we were trying to figure out ways to like, okay, we have to start making some money, because just trying to sell the game and all this stuff, it's so hard. And so we're faced with all these different options, and it's just the landscape keeps changing all the time, and it's so scary trying to figure out, okay, what's the way to do this? What's the way forward? And Dave had kind of the quote in his last newsletter that was like, all the rules they're gone, all the regular routines, and so we got to make up our own rules. But we're not quite sure what those rules are. We've been, talking to people about, doing things like financing, where these private money guys who don't give two shits about video games, but they got all this money in their hands, they're always looking for investment opportunities. So, okay, do we talk to those guys? And those guys come with strings attached. They don't do it out of the love of their heart. The love of the game like we do. They're trying to make money, and so is it worth it? Tying yourself to these guys and tying yourself down, and then taking them taking a big cut of the portion to make their money back and all that stuff. But would it be guaranteed income? And then you've got things like Patreon and pay what you want models and all that stuff, and that's cool too. But even that's going to be pretty hard, because my God, everybody and their brother has a Patreon, and everybody and their brothers doing pay what you want, and is that viable? Does that make sense? And so it's these tough choices. And DLC, do we give the game away, and then just charge little $2 a month for new content and all this stuff? And do we have the organizational capabilities in order to be able to do that stuff and not break everything, and release things on schedules? Because we're doing great with keeping things on schedules. You need to have team meetings more often. Start planning on spreading open markets while being able to produce more shirts and sell them. Yeah. So even doing things like physical merch. Do expansions with a few shorter DLCs. See, this is what I can't stand. Is okay. Here's what happens with all this DLC stuff is. So what do you do if, we ever get like some kind of online play or something like that, and one person's got the DLC and another person doesn't? Or if we've got, that's cool with DLC, but if you want to sell your game in other stores like itch.io or Humble Bundle, they don't have DLC mechanics. So we'd only be able to do this stuff through Steam, and they take like 30% of everything right off the top. And so it's like, okay, is it smarter to just, say have one base game that's just always updated, and then, just pay whatever you want or something? It's craziness. And that's what's so stressful. No DLC and see, that's what my gut says. We go to something like a pay what you want model, like itch.io lets you just whatever it's worth to you, man. Because some people are awesome and they'll pay $50 for the game to keep us going. Some people are like, screw it, I just want to take it for a test drive, download it for free, cool. And then do something like a Patreon, where you can have a special people that are just feeding us a couple of bucks monthly. But we have to figure out, so how do you reward those guys that do that kind of stuff? It's crazy. Random Cable, look at Black Ops 4 and their battle royals. I was gonna say, if there's anything that's like you guys are that that you have good ideas, or you see that a game is doing something right, by all means tell us, because this stuff there's just so many opportunities and so many different options that we can do, because we're trying to really, what we're really trying to do is do right by you guys, because none of us can stand it. Oh my God, that is a hell of a fall. We don't want to be like assholes that are just charging little bits and pieces for all these little things, just nickel and diming you to death. I don't want to do that, and I don't know how to. I don't know if we've got the organizational stuff to be able to stick to schedules. And okay, this month we're going to have all this DLC, and it's just the whole thing just gets really, really confusing. And so I don't have any answers at this point. And so that's kind of the things that we've been talking about while Robert the man is great, grinding away on the code stuff. The rest of us are trying to like, okay, what are the ways to get this going? Because I said we've got to make sure that Robert especially, but the rest of the crew, get them taken care of. They work so hard, get them paid. And so, writing down. So, and the other thing too is like there's no perfect thing that's going to work out for everybody. We're going to probably piss off somebody along the way. And so we're just trying to do is right by the people that have supported us all along the way, and kind of make, like I said, that's why like pay what you want feels right. Patreon feels right because it's more along the ethos of what we've always done at Pro Wrestling X. But at the same time, let's be blunt. Sometimes selling a lot of copies and having a financial success as an indie game company is almost like lightning in a bottle. It's really, really hard to do, and so much of it involves a lot of luck. I'm hoping we can make our own luck and get some good promotion going, but this stuff is just really, really hard. And so, but I can tell you, like for me personally, yeah, it would be nice to get paid, and it would be nice to not have to work so hard and all that kind of stuff in terms of all my business stuff, but that's ultimately, at the end of the day, not why I do this, which is kind of why I'm kind of frowning on the idea of like investors, because like all of us came to the project voluntarily, and this means a lot to us, and we really enjoy this stuff, and it's kind of a labor of love, whereas like these investor guys, their sole, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the only thing that they want is their return on investment. They don't care if we're making the world's greatest video game. They don't care that any of the stuff. They only care about sales. And so, but they're the ones with the big bucks. So what do you do? It's tough. I'd like to see PWX Battle Royale. You don't think that the Battle Royale thing isn't intriguing, but again, a lot of that stuff is all free to play, and that's scary. I don't know how Fortnite makes any money. I'm not familiar enough with their mechanics. And is what we have that type of a game? I don't know. You can always set up donations on Twitch. I agree. These are all, and that's the thing, is we may end up just doing everything and just trying to do what we can to just do what we can. Like now how it's super quiet. Sorry, I know. I'm holding court. I'm sorry. When we can mod this game, we will take it to the next level. Yes, I would donate if I had the money. Patreon would help every month. I truly believe in. See, I don't know. I guess I've always felt like the spirit of the game has always been, don't worry about selling 1 million copies. I'd rather sell 50,000 copies to people who are hardcore and love our game, and maybe kick in a couple of bucks a month. Like there's no way we're going to be able to ever sell like 300,000 copies of this thing. There's just not. We got to be realistic, especially as an indie game. It's just I don't think it's realistic. Not that we can't get there someday, and that's not the end of the. That's obviously the goal, but we got to be realistic about some of this stuff. And so yeah, it's these terrible choices, and we're trying to talk a little bit more because it's important we get everybody's input in this stuff. It's not just Dave's decision. It's not just my decision. It's everybody who's participated in this project. Like we need to talk and get everybody's ideas and everybody's input, because like I said, there's you know, everybody's got a stake in this game, and everybody's earned their right at the table at this thing to make that kind of decision. So, whoa! Tyranor just went for a ride. Oh wow. Eunuch, you have the same opinion that I think I do. The problem is it's really, really hard when somebody's waving a lot of money in front of your face. That gets really, really hard to turn that down. Because, like I said, we really, really want people on this crew that have bailed our ass out, myself and Dave. I mean, we owe everything to Mr. Wrestling 5 and Robert. And so that's why money is important to me, is I want to make sure these cats get taken care of. Because they said they've saved our ass, and we got to make sure they get paid. So that's why I stress. You should set this thing to wrestling to get more wrestling Twitch viewers. How do I do that? Do I edit? Game category. Can I add wrestling? And maybe wrestling. Oh, this ought to be interesting. Wrestling games, pro wrestling. We'll just try wrestling. Let's see if that gets us anywhere. Yeah, let me do one more rematch of this cage while I'm talking to you, and then before we'll do the Unity 5 demo. So if you guys haven't seen that one, you can take a look at that. And we'll let this. Like I said, it's already 9:40. We'll let this go for another 5-10 minutes. I like how it's super quiet X-Files theme. You can always punch the guy showing his money off in your face like a wrestler. Oh, yeah, it's, like I said, I'm not going to go all DiBiase, where everybody's got a price and, I just, like I said, but it's hard. Like I said, this stuff is, and a lot of these guys are knowledgeable in the industry, but for me, it's I don't know, like I said, it's just those guys are I worry about the strings that come with that stuff. Most of them have been pretty cool in terms to talk to. I've only talked to a couple of them, Dave's talked to a few of them. Dave's talked to a lot more than I have. I'm only I kind of hear the third hand kind of stuff, but it's hard. Like I said, because you said everybody's, because you said you're kind of relying on the miracle, but like I said, I'd really like to stay indie, but like I said, I got to listen to what everybody else has to say. These are just kind of my own opinions. Be the devil and go for their deepest desires. You guys are funny, man. You guys are killing it. Yeah, because we've done that before. We've done the finance and the the investor routine and all that kind of stuff, and it's hard because you do feel an obligation that somebody paid money for all this stuff, and we got a return on investment and all this stuff. So we'll see. We're gonna see how it all shakes out, but. Like I said, it just feels like the better spirit is to just stay indie as long as we can and just do what we can to try to keep because Dave's been exploring things like grants and technology grants and government grants and all that stuff, like things that are one-time payments that are not loans or come with strings attached. There are government funds that try to encourage tech entrepreneurship and all that stuff, because that's good for a city, that kind of a thing. So, we'll see. Random Cable is still waiting for me to get a poster for your wall. I actually have one. I got a buddy of mine. Let me see if I can get this out. I don't know. I think it's all curled up still. But he's a good illustrator here in town, and he was moving his shop. So I spent some money and. Bought a print of his, but I've let it go too long, and now it's all curled up. I got to uncurl it, but yeah, I was gonna get that going on my back wall. You're not gonna be able to see this, but let me see if I can see if my position is right. Yeah, it's a buddy of mine, so I thought this would look really cool on the back wall. You're not gonna be able to see this. Who am I kidding? You can see it, but he's a really talented artist. Stuff Brain Studios. He's a good guy too. I like him a lot. I'm trying to he's got all these great characters, and I'm trying to talk him into like building a video game with me. Because, you know, like I said, I can't do all the art stuff, but I can, you know, I'm starting to learn how to program all that stuff. So, get on disability like me and throw it at the game. No, I don't want any part of disability, thanks. I like, you know, I like doing what I do, but, no, and like I said, we're ultimately pretty lucky. Most of the crew, like I said, is making money. We got careers and all that stuff. But like I said, I want to make sure everybody's getting taken care of. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yep, I'll get that. Yeah, I'll get working on that poster back there. I should just hang that gong up there too. Is what I really should do. So that's all right. All right. We'll give this a couple more minutes. I'm. Has anybody tested the Discord? Discord's been quiet tonight. That's been blowing up lately though. So if you're bored and want to stay in touch, yeah, that's what's coming. Is we got Discord going. I could use some beta testers. I'm starting to get wireframes going for the new website, and I can't remember which one of you guys was interested in wireframing and all that kind of stuff. But I've got something that might be kind of cool. Oh, did I hear just a... Test. Red code's in. Red code's in the house. Cool, you say spam. Unity 5 beta. Yeah, let's stop this match. We'll let me pull that up here right now. Let me see if I can find it here. I got all these things, all these downloads. Let's see. Oh, I'm running out of disk space on this computer. Downloads. I think it's in downloads. Is this the 420 build? I think this is the one that I played. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out together. Let's play. All right. Oh, okay. Let me shrink the window here. And I'm warning you, it's just two naked guys. That's all this is. It's two greasy, oily dudes. But for those of you who haven't seen it, and those of you who might have played Uprising, this should look more than a little familiar. Yeah, let me fire this up here. This right here is the third build that Robert put together, and as a surprise for us, he took the old port of the Hammerlock and got it in here. And it looks great. It looks really, really great. Yeah, exactly right, Random Cable. It's definitely, it is what it is, but when I saw this for the very first time, I completely lost my shit. Because this looks, even though, like I said, these art files and stuff are 10 years old, the ring looks great, the building looks great. There's going to be improvements to be made, obviously, but yeah, for those who haven't seen it, we've got, we can grapple out here. We've got like a stunner kind of an animation over the rope. We don't have the rope physics working just yet, but you can strike, you can do all that stuff. Do the spear abuse. We'll do it in a second. I want to show off the good stuff here first. Yeah, so that's really cool. It looks great. Uh-oh. Do we have our first gong? Probably have our first gong. No, get it back, brother. Get it back. Get it back. All right, gong number 1. All right. This is why it's a beta. But I'm running this at like 2560 by 1440. I mean, this is a pretty hot resolution, and everything's been very smooth. Frame rates are great. The animations are really smooth. They look pretty good. There's a few transitions that need to get cleaned up, but you'll even notice that like the guys are sucking wind. You can actually see them breathing, which looks amazing. The first time I saw that was like, pretty incredible. So yeah, this is really neat. Robert's done a really good job with this. Can't climb the stairs. You can't interact with the punching bag back there. Yeah, but I like the stunner. That looks great. It looks really, really good. So there's a few more animations and stuff to get along here, but so by and large, Like that you can do a grapple from the apron and choose when you want to do the stunner. Oh, and the other thing that's kind of cool too, yeah, can you see the guy kind of sucking wind on the ground like that? I mean, that looks really, really cool. Let me see if I can, you have the ability to like reposition him now. I still don't know if I like this. I still think I'm kind of advocating for the trigger. Right now he's got it mapped to like the second analog stick. The one kind of by the X, Y, B, A buttons. But yeah, you've got that positioning now, and it looks great. I would probably, rather than just sliding him around, I'd love probably to see some foot movement, but that's really being picky. But yeah, all the moves look really good. There's some clipping. There's some, the feet aren't always solid and all that stuff, but I'm going to do the, because Fire Honor asked for it, the spear abuse. We can see you can see the outside of what it's looked like. For those of you who had Uprising, this is what it looks like behind the scenes. It's basically a floating ring over a big giant black hole, but you can see the city of Vancouver. Yep, 60 frames. I know the frame rate's always a lie. That's always a lie, but trust me, it does feel a lot smoother. So yep. So if you ever wondered what was back here, if you played Uprising, this is what's back here. Obviously not to scale because that little toll booth back there is. But yeah, if you ever wondered what was behind the scenes of Uprising, this is it. So let me see if I can get us back here. So did this build have anything new compared to 2 weeks ago? It does not. This is the build from 2 weeks ago. We're working on it. But slowly but surely. And I think Dave said that Robert was working on something new. I have no idea where my guy is at this point. Where is he? I have no idea. All right, I'm going to escape. We're going to try this again. Yeah, but I said I'm pretty stoked about where things are headed. I know it's just this. We got a lot of loose ends to tie up, and like I said, getting that business stuff figured out. It's the worst part of all this stuff, but like I said, it's we're doing the best we can, and I can't tell you how much these Twitch broadcasts mean to me when it comes to like getting me revved up for this stuff. You guys really do keep us going. Random Cable, that thing cracked me up when you posted that R2 cosplay. That thing was the funniest thing. Random Cable posted something in Discord, and he's like, "Get this guy into the game," and that's so great. Will the next update have the towel? If I have anything to say about it, you're darn right it will. I'd love to do that. I think that'd be really funny. I'll see what I can do. What towel? Does anybody have a screenshot from the old version of Uprising? This is a couple old versions. The reference is that we had a build a long time ago. It was the first build that had the hammerlock in it. It was pretty much a training facility. And I mean, it still is, but there was a towel sitting on the middle rope over back here. And I think either that came out, I don't know why it came out or something for the new version, but yep. Have the build be sent out during the 100. Oh, cool. Maybe interactable punching bag and hopefully climbable stairs. I would love the climbable stairs. The problem with that is I think just ultimately animations, because we don't have anything where the guy can kind of walk up at an angle. And so we don't have those animations just yet. I don't think that'd be too tough for Mr. Wrestling 5, but I don't know. It could be a lot harder than I think it would be. Because that would be awesome. You're dying to do a moonsault off the balcony into the ring. I mean, come on. You got to be kidding me. And then an interactable punching bag. Are you kidding me? That's absolutely got to happen. So, but wow. How is it like? How in the world is it 11, like almost 10 o'clock? How have I been going for this long? I have no idea. Fire Honor, how... Random Cable, I have the build you sent out during the 100. Oh, meaning the... Explain what you mean by that. Talk to Fire Honor. Because did we post it anywhere? I can't even remember. It's plausible that we posted it somewhere. Don't remember. Maybe I sent it to you. I don't even know anymore. My memory's gone. It's complete toast. We're still working on that though. We're still working on that, getting that itch.io. In fact, that's after I've got. I had one big client wrap up, and then I've got another one that's going to wrap up on Monday, and then I'll be able to start working on getting Pro Wrestling X, the itch.io stuff up and running. That's right. I did post that into the comments. That's right. I think I put it in a Dropbox link or something like that. Gym should be the arena you wrestle in before you get to the PWX and career mode. I agree. One of the things that I think we should start doing is more like tutorial kind of stuff. Because I think a lot of people return our game because they don't know how to play it. Like when we say play it like No Mercy, they don't know what that means. So yeah, I think doing like a tutorial where you learn the basics, you learn how to punch, you learn how to pick guys up, you learn how to flip them over, position them around, do the strong strikes, all that kind of stuff. So how does itch.io work? It works basically exactly like Steam. We set up an account, and then you upload your games, and you just kind of build your pages. The trick is you also have to set up your financial stuff. So we got to tie in some bank accounts and all that kind of stuff. But we're really not that far away from doing all this stuff. I've got a fun little sneak of something that I posted a while back that I think is going to be kind of the. Let me see if I can pull this up because you guys, we're all friends here. Let me see if I can find this image. Image. No, not that one. Not that one. Let me add image. Okay, and browse. I was going to show you this because I thought this was really cool. I'm not going to hold it up here for long, but there's this. I thought this would be a really funny look for our itch.io page, like this old, like we declassified all of our old files. So I don't know. We're going to see. I'm going to turn that into something. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Do you need to contact someone at itch.io just like Steam or just upload? It's just upload. If you've never been there, itch.io. Let me post a link because these guys are great. And they cater to the indie. It's basically, they really cater to the indie crowd. It's very favorable to indie guys. And what's nice about this is you dictate. Instead of Steam taking 30%, we pick how much to give them. And I'm fine, but they give you all the bandwidth and you can set up basic pages. But this is where a lot of the indie guys go. If anybody kind of pays attention to the game jams, where say for example they will build games in a weekend, people will post them up here, and again you have little HTML5 games for free. But again, it's just a smaller ecosystem than Steam is. You're not going to find anything AAA out here, but there's some great games out there, and I think it provides you an infrastructure. Leaks the redesign. Yeah, I know. That's funny. Nope. So we don't. It's not like Steam where we had to beg and get votes and do all that stuff. That was always a big pain in the butt, and we worked so hard at that. And there's still value in Steam. I believe in that. I really do, because of the number of eyeballs. But they take a really big cut of your game, and it's hard. That's hard when you've only got a $10 game, and then you just kind of keep losing all these things to credit card processing payments and all this stuff, and it sucks. So what's nice about itch.io is they also let you do pay what you want, so that again you guys pick the amount that it's worth to you. If you're feeling generous and want to kick in extra, cool. If you're like, hey, you know what, I just want to test drive this out, I'm just screwing around, I just want to download it for free. So I mean there's at least we haven't decided what mechanics we're doing, but they have that ability. So yeah, it's really cool. If you're kind of got like $50 burning a hole in your pocket, rather than waiting it out for the next AAA game, take a look at what's happening on itch.io. There's some good games out there, especially in certain genres. It's big for certain genres too. And so, like I said, it's just kind of a deal where if you're an up and coming dev, or if you're just like a solo guy, it's it's good for you to be able to at least get distribution on some stuff. So good, thank you for them for setting up something like that. So we'll see. We're gonna see if we can take advantage of that down the road here. We'd also love to get on like the Humble store, because that's where things get tricky when it comes to the DLC and all that kind of stuff, because it's like, a lot of these other stores just don't support that. Now you can still distribute Steam numbers and Steam installs through itch.io and all that kind of stuff. So we would never abandon the ecosystem, but it's just about trying to get us out in front of a few more eyeballs and stuff, and be able to keep more of our income. So, all right, gang, my computer is screaming at me that I've got low disk space, and so I'm gonna probably burn out of memory here pretty quick. But itch.io is buying indie for indie. Yes, that's essentially what it is, because the guy who did it was also an indie dev, and he filled a need that he couldn't get on Steam. So I think that's the genesis of that stuff. But yeah, that's a good. I keep trying. I follow the guy on Twitter and all that stuff, and so it feels like a good platform to support. So, all right, gang, I'm wrapping up for tonight. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get some more food. ProWrestling.com, ProWrestlingX.com. Nice. At ProWrestlingX on Twitter, Facebook.com/ProWrestlingX. Like us on Twitch. We got a YouTube channel that's out there floating around. Come support us. Come say hi. I'm going to try to be back in the house next Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because I take that back, because I think I'm going to be out of town. But maybe I'll try to do something Wednesday night or something like that. So, yeah, join Discord. We get in action out there, and there's some good comments and good questions and stuff. So, yeah, Ivatopia, please always do. Any one of these episodes, please, by all means, post links to your episodes and stuff. That's so cool that you do that stuff. And feel free, like I said, hop on Discord, and we can maybe put you like a little channel for that, because I said it's awesome. It's awesome to see you guys out there doing this stuff. So once again, thank you guys. Yeah, that's not. If you're looking for it, it's the world's worst. It's here. It's this. It's not even a secret. It's this. This is the world, and the genesis of this name is I was in a gaming clan here in Kalamazoo, and we were called the Kalamazoo Killers, KZK, and I mentioned something in a team speak, like I was devouring a bunch of French fries, like, oh my God, like, Jesus Christ, I'm so hungry for French fries, and so one of the guys dubbed me Fry Guy. And so I became KZK Fry Guy. I have got to change this name. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It is the world's worst Steam name. But what can you do? There you go. Yeah, Ivatopia, you're way ahead of us, brother. I'm at 104 for Twitch for the Gong Show. You're at 108. We got some catching up to do. So, but yeah. Well, I said I don't think we'll be able to do next week, just because I think I'm going to be out of town. I think. But we'll see. I might be able to get back in town for like a late night one, Discord or something like that. So, again, thank you guys for the feedback. Thank you guys for the support. We're going to keep you posted and all the fun stuff as we go forward. And the instant we know more about new builds or business plans or anything like that, we're definitely going to let you guys know first, because you are our most hardcore supporters. So we thank you for that. So with that, have a good night, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.